welcome back to Spirit Music Meetups. Mike Burris here. And I gave you a little challenge on the last video. At the very end of it, it was like, how many combinations of two rests? I think that's what it was, with three hands. So there would be 5 strokes total. And so it was quite a challenge. And we tried some things out, and it was kind of complicated. So I prayed about that. I was like, Lord, there's got to be an easier way to do this. And I was at the gym, and it just came to me. So you ask and keep asking. All those words, present participle in Greek means habitually, routinely. Keep asking until you receive. Keep seeking until you find. Keep knocking until the door is opened. And that's all the words Jesus uses about asking the Father. You know, we talked about that on the last video. You've got to go all the way into the shore. Let that wave crash on the shore. Don't let the wind blow it back. And we saw that in James 1, 5, and 6. So we got some interesting thing that come here. And it was like a revelation, right? Revelation. The revelation was, we can use the same system that God gave me, the numbering system, for figuring out the placement of rests. And we're going to go all the way back to the first video. We only had 2 things we had to keep track of. So we said, and we used that numbering system to figure out where the hands play, what hands play. So we said you can have 0, 1, 2. And so you could have no positions, the first position, the second position, the first and second position. So you have 0, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you have 4 possibilities when you have 4 possibilities when you have 2 things. Okay? So here we go. If we have 2 rests, for instance, let's just say we'll start out simple. We're going to have 1 rest. We have 1 rest. Well, that's 0 rests. 1 rest. There's 1 rest. So we can only look at those 2 possibilities. The rest in the first position, the rest in the second position. And that's if we have 2 strokes. So you have a rest in the first position, and you have a right or a left hand there. So that's it. Or you have a rest in that second position, but you have a right hand or left hand here, right? Or you can make this a flam where you play both hands at the same time. But that's it. So you basically have 2 somethings, and you have 1 rest. So that is how you can explore uneven counting. Uneven, because there's rests in there. So this would be just rest or a right hand and a right hand, rest and a left hand. So you could count this 1, 2, or 1 and, or 1 e and 2 and, right? 1 and 2 and 1 e and so you can come up with different countings. We talked about that in the first video. Different countings. But you only have 2 somethings, right? So now let's get a little crazier. I'm still talking about 1 rest. But now we're going to have 2 hands. So we have 2 hands and 1 rest. Now we have 3 things, right? 0, 1. So let's get up here. 0, 1, 2, 3. All right. So we got 1 rest. That means it's got to be in the first position, second position, or third position. That's it. Because if you have 2 rests, then you're into this. So these are the only 1 rest possibilities. That means there's something here and something here. Something here, something here, something here, something here. All right? So we got different possibilities for our hands. All right? Does it make sense? But now we got to know, well, what are all the possibilities of our hands? So we looked at that on the previous video. You have 0 right hands, 1 right hand in those 3 positions. In that position, 2 right hands, that position, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 3. So you have 8 total possibilities of rights and lefts. So we already know that's 0, left, 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 and right, right, right is the opposite. Right? And then right, left, left, that's the first position. Right? And the opposite you can put over here. Right, see, that would be left, right, left, right, right. So we saw that in the previous video. And then the right in the second position, left, right, left. That's the right in the second position. And the opposite would be right, left, right. And then the right in the third position would be left, left, right. And the opposite would be right, right, left. And that's all 8 of them right there. So we don't even need to look at these because they're in there somewhere, right? So now based on this, these are all the possibilities of 3 strokes. Now, of 3 strokes. But this is saying we are going to replace, one of these. This is all the possibilities there are of 3 strokes. That's it. And it's saying we're going to put a rest in the first position. Or a rest in the first position, second position, or third position. So that means 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're going to have 3 possibilities of rests times 8 possibilities of strokes. That's 24 possibilities. For instance, for every single one of these, we'll just do this over here. You're going to have 3 possibilities of left, left, left. 3 possibilities of right, right, right. I'm going to run out of room here. So, sorry for the reflection. So this says we're going to put a rest right here. So we'll put an underline. Or in the second position, or in the third position. Same with here. In the second position, or in the third position. And you got to do the same thing for all these. Does that make sense? So we got a left, right, right, left, right, 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 left, left, right, left, left. Let's get all these written out. Right, left, right, right, left, right, and right, right, lefts. And left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, 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 right, left, left, right. Okay, so we did all those. Sorry. We got all those, and now it's saying you've got to erase these. And so you got to just get rid of that middle stroke. Nice little rest in there, and the last stroke. See how we're doing this? And then, same with this. Blank, blank, blank. It's nice having a whiteboard, isn't it? And the last one. And so there you go. That's 24. 3 times 8 is 24 possibilities of. So you can say, this is it. This is all the possibilities of a rest. One rest. See, we only asked for 1 rest. Because if you wanted to do 2 rests, then you got 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1. You got 2 rests, right? I'm sorry. 2 rests. 2 there, 2 there, and 2 there. So now you'd have to do that on those 8. So now you got 1, 2, 3 more possibilities. So see how that works? So you're going to have 2 rests. But now you're going to have 1 hand. You see, you're running out of hands. The more rests you add, right? So if you wanted to keep 2 hands, you'd have to go to 4 strokes. So you count these 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So these are all the possibilities of 2 rests, or 1 rest. Right? So there he goes. We use the same method that we used to create the strokes for creating the rests. And we saw that we could put accents using the same method, right? We saw that in the last video. That now you could overlay for each one of these all the possible accents using the same 1 accent in those positions, 2 accents, and then finally 3 accents. So of course you have to do that for each of these. So there's 8 possible accents for 24. So that's a lot of accent possibilities. But obviously an accent over a rest is gone. So then it cancels out. So some of those disappear. But you would want to write all those out. So you just do that on your paper or your whiteboard and start, where there's an accent here, obviously there's no accent. It just disappears. So I just wanted you to see that. That is pretty remarkable. So you would say, hey, if I want 2 hands, right? If I still want 2 hands and I want 2 rests, now we get into another problem. 2 hands and 2 rests, that means we're going to have at least 4 things. We're going to have at least 4 things. So now you get into 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 things. So we know in that we've done this before, or I think the next video I was going to do 4s. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. So same idea, moving 1 thing, then 2 things. Well, there's our 2 things. So we have 4 things total because we got 2 hands, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Okay, that was from our 2 table, right? 0 right hands, right hand in the first position, right hand in the second position, and right hand in both hands positions. Now, so we have 2 hands plus 2 rests. So obviously this is not going to work because this has got only 1 rest, right? We're just thinking rests. Well, this will work, right? Because there's 2 rests in all these right here. So then there's 1, 2, 3 rests, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 2. Well, we don't need those either because we don't want 3 rests. We want 2 rests. So we don't need these and we don't need these. But we do need these. See? So we need all these. So get this in your head. I'm just shifting over 2 rests. And then I went 1 and 3 because there's your 2 rests, and 2 and 4. This is, all right, there's names for all these. So you're going to keep that in your head. So let's say we just, by the way, there's 16 possible combinations of your right hand, right? There's 0 right hands, 1, 2, 3, 4. See the same table? See the same table? It's starting to pop up. These are all the possibilities of your right hand. There's 16 of them. So 0 is all lefts, right? All lefts. And then one right hand in the first position, right? Two right, okay, left, right, left, left. So that's the second position. So there's 16 possibilities of hands. Isn't that something? 16 possibilities of hands. So let's just say you're working on one hand, one of those possible 16 possibilities. So let's say we're doing a paradiddle. Right, left, right, right. And we're going to do the opposite, left, right, left, left. That's an alternating paradiddle. All right, so we can see that. So what is that? It's the right hand in the first, third, and fourth positions. The lead hand in the first, third, and fourth positions. That's the 1, 3, 4. And there's the 1, 3, 4, just the opposite, right? So we put them together, or you can say 1, 3, 4, and that's the 2. That's the opposite. 1, 3, 4, and 2 is the opposite of 1, 3, 4. It's the opposite. So let's say we're working on that, and we want to know where are all the possible rests for 2 rests. Well, we know it could be these 2. It could be these 2, right? First and second position, second and third position, third and fourth position, fourth and first position, and then first and third position, and second and fourth position. Same thing over here. So what does that leave? It just leaves right, right. It leaves right and right. It leaves right, left. It leaves left, right. And just right, left, right, 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 left, right, right. So there you go. And it would be the opposite. And then finally, where is this? This goes down here. And then this would be left. Let's see. This would be right and left. And this would be left, left. All right, so we overlaid all the possible rest positions, 2 rest positions, over just one particular stick control. So there is uneven counting. Uneven counting. And really, you can see that results in just 2 hands. There it is, 2 hands with 2 hands with rests. 2 hands with rests. 2 hands with rests. But that's just that sticking. Remember, there's a lot more stickings. There's a lot more stickings. So you'd have to look at, you'd have to look at all the stickings, right? And there's going to be overlap because there's just going to be overlap. Is there any other way that you can think of doing this, Lord? Is there any way that you can think of doing this? Is there any way that you can think of doing this? Because two spaces don't have to be right next to each other, right? We saw that. Well, we saw space in the first 2 positions, and then there's something here and something here. Then 2 rests here, something there and something there. And then 2 rests here, something there and something there. Right? And then a rest here and a rest here, but something there and something there. So 2, 2, 2, keeps moving around, and then arrest, arrest. Something there, and then arrest here and arrest here, something there and something there. So these are all the possibilities of rests. I'm just thinking in a different way. So now you can start with just this right left, right? Just that right left. You can make that a right left. But you could do this a right left, right? Don't worry about the left right. You can make that a left right. So you could make this right left. You can make it left right. So right right, or left left. So that's another way to do it. Thank you, Lord. That might be even simpler. So all these go into there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibilities here. And there's 4 here, so there's 24 possibilities. That's another way. Thank you, Lord. So left, right, and this could be left, right, left, right, left, right, and left, right. And then you go to the next one. Right, 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 right. And then left, 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 left. So there you go, 24 possibilities. That might be even easier. So sometimes you just have to step back and say, is there another easier way to do this, Lord? Right? Is there an easier way to do this? And just play around. He tells me that we're supposed to be like little children. I have a page called Little Children, or The Least Among Us. I think I have one for both. But we're supposed to be like that. We must be open, receptive. But one of the things he told me about little children is they don't do a lot of reading. This is all the words for little children are like under 7 years old in the New Testament. So they're not doing a lot of reading to understand things. They're doing exploring. They're being creative. They're using their imagination. They're trying things out. They're trying things out. If something doesn't work one way, they'll try a different way out. And this is how they explore the universe around. They experiment. They're really young scientists. I loved doing science when I was a kid. So God told me many times that he loves exploring, trying things out, experimenting. He doesn't want to always know the end from the beginning, right? He could just say, I know the end of this. But no, he likes experimenting. He likes trying things out. Try different crayons, combinations of colors of crayons. So a lot of variety in nature, in the universe. So he loves creating. He loves trying things out through exploration, through adventure. There's an excitement about adventure, right? Like, I don't know where this is going to go. Well, that's the fun. And that's the curiosity. There's a curiosity pulling on that thread. Where's this going to go, right? So get a whiteboard, because it's a lot easier than racing on paper. And don't use pen, right? Pen, you can't erase, because you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. You're experimenting. You're exploring. And you're going to learn a lot that way. That's how a lot of Tesla and a lot of Edison did 10,000 experiments before he got the light bulb. And people say, how does it feel to fail 10,000 times? He goes, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I came 10,000 times closer to creating the light bulb. Doesn't that count? And he said to the guy, there's a reporter, you don't know the first thing about success, young man, do you? You don't have a clue how to be successful. It does not come out of the box. Success does not come out of the box, all wrapped up for you, ready to use. That's what a lot of people in this world want. They want instant success. No, he says, you got to experiment. And you got to keep trying things out, trying out different filaments, different chemicals, different gases. He just kept trying things out, thinking about this, praying about this, asking for wisdom, asking for understanding. We talked about that in the previous videos. So I have a huge whiteboard, and a lot of this wonderful things that have come out have come from just, drawing on a whiteboard, right? Trying different things out. So isn't that interesting how that works? So if you went to 5 things, right, and you only had 2 rests. So then you'd have to go to 5s. Let me show you something really cool about 5s. 5s are amazing. 5s are 3 and 2s. So you know 3s and you know 2s. So pentuplet's pretty complicated. So you got 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. You got 8 things here. You got 4 things here. 4 times 8 is 32 combinations. So you go 0, right? 0. So you take, what is this right here? This is right, left, left. There you go. I'm just talking stroke groups here. This is left, right, left. So you write them all out, and you literally combine this with that. Right, left, left, right, left, right, left, 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 right. So you go through four of those, and then four of those, and all the way down until finally 4 times 8. You have 32 combinations of sticking. Sticking, isn't that amazing? So once you got 32 written down over here, right? Got 32 somethings over there. You say you got two rests and 3 somethings. So really, got 2 rests and 3 somethings. 2 rests and 3 somethings. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you got 3 somethings. You got 2 rests. Now how did we do this before? We said 2 rests in here, and that means we're going to have 3 things. So where are our 2 rests? 2 rests in 5 things. How do we do this before, Lord? How was it? We did 2 rests in 5 things. So we say, well, we have to look at 2 rests in 5 things. Let's think about this for a second. All right, I figured it out. Okay, so I was asking about this. We have 3 things and 2 rests. So when you think about, say, this is all the possibilities of rests, right? Let's not even think about strokes. These are all the things, possibilities of rests. You got 2 rests. You got right, 3s and 2s. These are the 3s and these are the 2s. Together they make a phrase of five things, right? So this is 1 rest. So we got to do 32 combinations, but we're going to eliminate some of these. 0, we'll start out with 0 up here. Okay, 0 and 0, well, you can't have 0 rests because we need 2, so that's ruled out. 0 and 1, no, that's only 1 rest, we still need 2. So we got 0 over here and 2 rests over here. So we have a possibility of no rests here and 2 rests here, right? 2 rests here. So that's a possibility. And how about, I'm sorry, this is rest in second position. So that's not going to work. So we have 0 and rest in 2 positions. So that works good. So we have rest. So these are all the possible rest possibilities. First and second position, 0 positions. So we've gone through all that. Now we go 1 and 0. No, you don't got 2, so that doesn't work. 1 and 1. Now we got 2 rests. 1 over here and 1 over here, right? So we got 1 and 1. So that's a possibility. How about 1 and position 2? Yeah, we could go over there. That's 2, and then how about 1 and, no, that's 3 rests. We don't want to do that, right? We don't want to do that. So, sorry if you can't see this. I'm trying to make this to where you don't have that reflection. So now, we went through that. Now we're going to go 2, position 2. Nope, that's only 1 rest. Nope. Nope. So 2 and 0. Nope. 2 and 1. Nope. 2 and 2. Yeah, 2 and 1. We can do a 2 and a 1. So these are the positions of the rests. How about 2 and 1? No, that's 3 rests. How about 3 and 0? Position 3. No, that's 1 rest. Position, no. Yeah, 3 and 1. So we can do 3 in position 1. How about 3 in position 2? Yes, we can do 3 in position 2. How about 3? No, that's 3 rests. We can't do that. How about 1, 2 positions and 0? Yes, we could do 1, 2, and nothing over here. How about 1, 2, and no, that'd be 3 rests. 3 rests, and then it'd be 4 rests. So we can't do any of that. How about position 2, 3, and 0? Yes, we can go 2, 3, and nothing over there. You see that? 2, 3, yep, can't do any of that because we're already got our 2. We could do 1 and 3 and nothing over there. And we can do, no, we can't do 1, 2, or 3 because we've already exceeded. So this is all, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Draw some lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 possibilities of 2 rests. And those are all the positions. Isn't that amazing? All the positions of the rests. Now, you could take all, that means if you have 2 rests, you have 3 hands, right, to add 5. So you can take all 8, here's your, right, you can take all 8, and so this is left, left, left. This is right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right. And you can go right, right, left, left, right, 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 left, right, and left, and this is right, right, right. So these are all the possibilities of 3 hands, right? That's what we said. We got 3 hands in here. So for every one of these, we said there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 possibilities of rests after we went through and eliminated. Out of 32, right? There's 32 possibilities of rests, but we eliminated all but the 2s, 2 rests. So we got 9 that came out of it times 8, right? 9 times 8 is 72. So you could apply for left, left, left. You can put your left, left, lefts in the positions that are open, right? Left, 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 left. So you can stick those all in there. Isn't that awesome? So for each one of these, you have these 9 possibilities of rest. Isn't that awesome? So that's how you get 72 possibilities of uneven counting in pentuplets. In pentuplets. Just in pentuplets. 2 rests. So isn't that a remarkable system of exploring uneven counting? This is, I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this. This is divine revelation. This is what happens if you routinely, habitually ask, seek, and knock until you find, until you receive, until you find, until the door is opened. Just like James said in the last one, got to go into the shore, take it from God's hand. That's called lambano. grab a hold of it, bring that promise, that gift he's holding out to yourself, make it your own. But you got to persevere in your faith, your trust that he's there holding it out for you. And you got to ask, seek, and knock, and go over there and take it from him. Look for it. Look for it until you find it. Ask for it until you receive. That's what Jesus kept saying. And it's got to be in the will of God. It's got to be the nature. This is not harming anybody. It's in the nature of God, right? He loves for us to be like little children exploring how to build sandcastles. He showed me that. So I just want you to see this method. So now if you went to sixes, oh my goodness gracious. Sixes are 3 times 3, 8 times 8, 64 possibilities of your hands. 8, right? 64 possibilities of your hands. So that means a lot more possibilities for rests and strokes, right? So think about it. Wow, that is amazing. If you have 64 possibilities of your hands and you have 1 rest, you got 5 strokes in there somewhere. Now, there's your 5s, right? All your 5s are in there. So this is remarkable. Praise the Lord. I just think this is remarkable. So, Lord, is there anything else you wanted to? So that was answering that question. How do you figure out uneven counting? I think it's really important to get even counting going first. So a lot of times I just stick with basics. I'm going to just move some things around here for you. I just stick with some basics because a lot of your technique can be just learned on basics. Let me get my drum set here, my drum in here. And I'm going to talk about just how to keep it simple. So if we have, for instance, we have 4 possibilities, 1 2 3 4. Let's just say 1 2 3 4. And you wanted to do uneven counting of 3 strokes. Well, go to 4 possibilities, 1 2 3 4, and put 1 rest in there. So where are those rests? In the first position, the second position, the third position, and the fourth. 1 rest moved through 4 possibilities. That's it. That's it. So you got 1. Let's say our stroke group, our stroke sticking. Remember, there's 16 stickings in 4 possibilities. I'm sorry. There's 8 stickings in 3 possibilities. So let's say it's right, left, right. All right, so it's just right, left, right. So you got 1, the rest is in the first position. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And I'm not even doing all the accent possibilities. How many accent possibilities are there of 3 strokes? You got that? Do you know what the answer is? 8. Think about it. There's 8 positions in 3. There's 8 possibilities in 3 positions of where that accent can be. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Well, sorry, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See how I moved the accent? 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then there's 1, 2, 3. And then there's 1, 2, 3. So that same numbering system, if you got it in your head, will really pay off. So we got, I'm just going to do no accents. Or let's put the accent in the first position. 1, 2, 3. All right, just so you can hear that. And I'm going to have a rest in the first position. 1, 2, 3, 1. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got a little crooked here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's that. Now put the rest in the second position. Now what does that mean? 1, the rest in the second position. 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, right? 2 is the rest position. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So that's a little trickier, isn't it? How about the rest in the third position? 1, 2, rest, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So that's rhythm, right? Rhythm is any pattern of sound or rests, in this case, rests and sound, patterns of that, right? Repeated. That is the definition of rhythm. So that is a rhythm you'll hear. How about the rest in the last position? 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I've given it these names because they're such popular rhythms. So I'll tell you what the names are. That last one is 1, 2, 3, rest. I think of it as jingle. It's called trotting horse. It's what a cantering horse. I was corrected. One of my students was an English writer. It says cantering, but it's like cantering, 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 cantering. Short, short, long. Cantering, cantering. Rings for cantering, 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 cantering. It's the sound of jingle bells. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells is long. Or William Tell Overture. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Hear it? Da-da-da, da-da-da. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. But they put the accent on the end. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. They put the accent on the end instead of da-da-da. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. High hold, silver roll. Right, so that's trotting horse. So how about the rest? The opposite trotting horse is galloping. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Galloping, 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 galloping. It's what it sounds like when a horse is running, not doing this little trotting horse cantering dance, you know they do in the English writing. This is galloping horse. Galloping, 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 galloping. So that's the galloping. See, notice I'm still using right, left, right. Didn't change my stroke groups. There's 8 different stroke groups you can do that with. Wow. Talk about control. So that's the rest in the second position, right? What about the rest in the, the third position? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's a really well-known song where it goes, she loves me, and there's that rest. So the pickup note is, she loves me, she loved me, she loved me, da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba. So it's she, there's the 4, 1, 2, 3 is the rest, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da, ba-da. So that's the rest in the third position. Then there's what I call commotion. No commotion. No commotion. It's kind of like locomotion. Locomotion is 4 hits. Locomotion, locomotion. Sounds like a train, right? Sounds like a locomotive train. Locomotive, 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 locomotive. But I call it no commotion because there's no hit in the rest, right? And that's the rest in the first position. 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So no commotion, no commotion, no commotion, no commotion. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. there's no beat there. The first one's missing, right? So that is how you move like one rest through 4 possibilities, 4 subdivisions of time, right? But you could do 2 rests, but then you would only have 2 hands, you see. All right, so if you want to stick with those 3 hands, you'd have to go to 5s, right? And have 4 hands and 1 rest. But it would be a 5 now. It's a 5. So you'd have to do that 3 times 2 is 3s and 2s make 5s. That means 8 possibilities for the 3 and 4 possibilities with the 2. So you got 32 possibilities, and you'd have to eliminate the ones that, right? You'd have to eliminate all the ones that have more than 1 rest. Well, that's not hard to do. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 1 rest in the first position, second position, third position, fourth position, fifth position. That's it. That's it. That's the only possibility there are of 1 rest in 5. So you can right away just do that. But then, right, with 4s, 4 hands, right? 1 rest, 4 hands. Well, there's 16 possibilities of 4 hands. So for each one of those 5 possibilities of rest, you got 16 hands. So 5 times 16, what is that? 5 times 80? Is that right? Yeah, 80 possibilities of 4 hands with 5 rests. Wow. Because each one of those 16 has, those 16 have to be pulled in, right, with 5 different possible rest positions. So you can see how this can really help you systematically do this. You could write all this out and make a book and be really rich, probably. Well, praise the Lord. Thank you for hanging in there and trying to understand all this. But I just saw it, I was asking, and a picture is 1,000 words for me. So sometimes I just close my eyes, or I look at a whiteboard and I just start seeing these things coming to me. And I'm asking, seeking, and knocking. So have at it. See all the exploration, the adventure. That's the thrill, right? Going on a camping trip, or you don't know where you're going, just drive across the United States. I did that one. So why do we explore all this? Because we want to learn and train our hands and explore what our hands are possible while we're keeping our feet going on the drum set. And we're doing this all over the drum set. We're making beats out of it. So listen to that. That's putting all these things together. Now, some of these are called rudiments because they're such cool things. They just do them over and over. Para of hands, right, left, right, right. That's one of the 16 possible 4. That's the opposite. Right, left, right, right, left, right. Right, left. But that's a double paradiddle. But that's 6 strokes. How many possible 6 strokes are there? You guys want to figure this out? Well, think of 3s and 3s. Or 4s and 2s. I like just right down the middle. 3s and 3s. There's 8 possibilities of 3 times 8 possibilities of 3. There's 64 possible stickings for 6 strokes. And one of them was para-paradiddle, para-paradiddle, para-paradiddle. There's 2 of them, the opposites. I did alternating paradiddle, double paradiddles. Isn't that cool? Paradiddle-diddle is another one. Paradiddle-diddle. Or the opposite. And learning how to just go from one to the next is fun. Listen to those patterns. So anyway, You want to explore. You want to be like a little child. Just have fun. Time flies when you're doing all this stuff. Don't try to make it into work. That makes it boring. Now, this is all random. So if you don't have any, if you've never done 5s or 6, then you're just all over the place. You want to have some kind of timekeeper, some metronome, some groove, some loop, or something that will force you to stay in 4s or stay in 5s or stay in 6s, so that you're not just like, randomly just hitting whatever. So I like the systematic method. I like exploring all 16 combinations of 4 things, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really 8 with alternating pairs. So you can look at the 8 and then the opposites of the 8. And I like a lot of times I like to repeat each one, and then I like to go to the opposite. So like those inside paradiddle, right, left, right, and then left, right, left. It's the opposite. It's the left hand, the middle. So the right hand is in the 1st and the 4th position, and the left is in the 1st and the 4th position. And I like to put them on 2 sounds. But you can do it on 4 sounds, right? The accent's on 1 sound. That's 3 sounds, right? How about the accents? Non-accents. 5 sounds. Right, left, right. Accents up here. Non-accents back here. Accents up here. And non-accents back there. But everything... So you could have your whole drum set going. These motions are memories, right? Getting motion memories. Learning how to move around your drum set. Well, that was really fun, guys. So I can't wait to see what you guys are saying about this. Learn from one another. That's what the comments are down on the bottom for. So go at it, man. Go at it. God bless you. And we'll do another video on 4s that I wanted to talk to you about 4s. All right? So look for the next video about 4s. We already talked about 5s, but I wanted to show you some stuff about 4s. God bless you. Bye-bye.